All right, so here is professional studies. This is walking in the front or main entrance, little lobby area. Typically, all these tables will be filled with students hanging out in between classes. Down this hall takes you out to the parking lot, as well as the dean's office. There are a number of other classrooms around here, including computer lab classrooms that we're not going to be able to look at because everything is currently locked. Here's another kind of lounge area for students. This is down toward kind of the recreation, parks and leisure side of the building. So this area again is usually filled with students and usually filled with recreation students in between classes. Here we've got a little conference room. We use it for different student gatherings all the time, as well as staff meetings, and you'll see students in here studying and using the whiteboard or the computers all throughout the day as well, anytime it's not in use. So down here we've got 2124 and 2123. These are our two kind of reserved like recreation classrooms. Back up one, we've got two showers here as well. Come in handy every now and then after trip if you need a quick shower before heading home. So we'll head into 2123. This is more like the lecture-based classroom that does also have access to the gear room. I'll show you that in just a minute. All the tables are on wheels. They all flip up and can be moved around the classroom very easily or put out into the side. So I'll do a lot of different programming, group activities, and games, and we'll just slide all the tables out of the way. So over here, technology-wise, you've got your standard computer, projector set up. We'll let this all load and then come back to it. So a couple of whiteboards set up around the room. And then here, so we've got the main garage and the smaller gear room. There's access to both of those through this classroom. So again, a lot of times we'll have students working with gear, working with different equipment, and we'll just open up these doors and make it super easy. So we'll do kind of a quick tour of the gear room while the technology boots up. So here's the small room with all of the equipment. We'll just do kind of a really quick run through. So we've got our kind of backpacking, camping gear. We've got our puffies, rain jackets, cookware here, as well as boundary bags and other kind of assorted. This is a lot of adaptive outdoor camping equipment. These are on a pretty cool little system, so they slide over. Gives us a lot of gear and a little bit of space. So tons of sleeping bags. These blue and orange ones are brand new, 0 and 20s. The ones in back are older, 0 and 30s. They still all have plenty of life in them though. So paddling equipment, we do a bit of paddling kind of in the fringe season. So we've got our wetsuits, our booties, skirts down there, life jackets, helmets, and whatnot. Moving our way across, paddling jackets. We've got waders for fly fishing equipment, random assortment of some hiking boots, and then climbing gear. So shoes, helmets, harnesses, racks, bags, kind of assortment right behind us. We've got our climbing ropes all set up. And then the last cubby over here, we've got our cross-country ski boots, snowshoeing equipment, micro spikes, gaiters. Over here, we've got our Ridge Rest sleeping pads, as well as our kind of random assortment of donated and collected clothing. Stoves, fuel, primarily use dragonflies and whisper lights in the program. Pardon the mess in here. We've got kind of a cleaning station, sink as cabinets. We kind of left here very quickly with everything shutting down and moving online. So the gear room's still a little bit of mess as I've been kind of working from home and working from here on stuff. So windsurfing equipment, run that every fall. Cross-country ski gear, we've been able to run that the last few years. Some seasons it's really interesting depending on how the snow goes. Stand-up paddle boards are all inflatable, set up to be taken out. Whitewater paddling. This is our larger canoe trailer. It's the nicer one, so we just keep it in here. We also have an enclosed trailer on its way here and another canoe trailer out. We do have 2 sea kayaks. They're part of kind of a long-term purchasing program where hopefully we have a fleet eventually. And then some adaptive paddling equipment back there. A bunch of wheelchairs, both sport, standard indoor use, and all-terrain wheelchairs. And then we can swing around, we'll exit back into the classroom kind of from the other door. So again, this brings you into the main garage and back in. Yeah, so standard projector coming off the computer. It's kind of nice. We've also got Elmo, or the dock camera, over here. We'll get this turned on. Works just like an old school projector. And there we go. So do a lot of lessons using this as well. You can teach different like map and compass skills, for example, utilizing that system, which is pretty helpful. Just being able to blow anything up for the classroom. So again, this is one of the main rec classrooms. Make sure that's locked. We'll head out and go over to the play lab, which is the other kind of rec classroom. Typically, you'll see this room is a little bit smaller, so some of our smaller classes, a lot of our activity courses will base out of here. It really works well for just smaller kind of group work project type of stuff. Again, access to the gear room right here. So again, the activity courses work really well in here because we can go straight into the gear room. It's set up with a TV, you can HDMI into it and kind of run any sort of presentation. Usually, like I said, the group work, group projects are smaller classes. Alright, we'll head upstairs to the offices real quick, give you an idea of what that looks like. Alright, so we'll take you over to the main office where the secretary and chair will be. So Sharon's office over there, main kind of secretary's office. Back here we've got kind of a little staff room, some basic stuff set up, little fridge down there. We've been working a few weeks now on a puzzle during random lunch breaks and get out of the office breaks. There's offices down that hall, another kind of student gathering area. Pretty common to see a lot of rec students hanging out here. And then over into more offices. We'll just show you mine real quick since that's the only one I have keys to. There are interior and exterior offices, pretty decent size. The exterior, get the advantage of the window. But again, pretty decent size, plenty of space. Generally set up to accept kind of your office and give room for students to be able to come in. And that's it. That's kind of the tour.